First of all, I just wondered how Cesar is, what the latest is, please, with the injury.
Well, he's in hospital, so he's in the best place. He's conscious, and I think he was speaking to his wife, so that's good. We're obviously really concerned, especially when it first happened, but hopefully he's in the best place, and we'll keep monitoring.
He got a kick full in the face because we couldn't quite see, and then I saw his head was in a neck brace, oxygen. Was that kind of precautionary, or was he unconscious at any time? Do you know?
I think he was, yeah. Right. So we have to take all the precautions we need to take now and make sure he's okay. But it was worrying. It was a horrible incident.
Yeah, for such a long time for the game to be held up, so it kind of adds to that. Yeah. On the football front, I just wonder if we can just get into the nitty-gritty of that. I mean, it's probably not a great performance. It looked to me like a bit of a step backwards even from Dortmund. I just wondered firstly what your assessment is on that.
Yeah, I think it was certainly in the first half. It was a below par performance in the first half. Returning from the Champions League, and we had to make some changes, so you lose a bit of fluidity, you lose a bit of cohesion. Southampton, set up with a plan and idea. They mixed up the game well with a big target man, and but our performance wasn't what we wanted in the first half. And I take as much responsibility as anybody in that. I thought the response second half was good, and I thought we deserved a goal. We created enough chances, or a good enough chances to score. But when you don't, then obviously it's difficult to win football matches.
Okay, Gary, move around and get Sunderland chance. Joe?
Yeah. David Fofana played the first 45 minutes, but what was the thinking to bring him off at half time?
Well, just to use Raheem, really. We wanted to use Raheem in the wide areas, and that was the decision. It was a tricky one for David. I think he had one really good action, so it wasn't necessarily a reflection on him. It was more just tactically to use Raheem.
Neil Barnett.
Can you just confirm players were injured who weren't in the squad? Reece James, Thiago Silva, Cucurella, Ziyech, Loftus-Cheek,
No injuries. No injuries. More just the turnaround of the games and the demand of the games, considering a few of them injuries-wise previously, and certainly with Reece, 2 90s, which is more than we expected at the start of the week. So it was just a case of managing the load and managing the squad.
Anybody?
Graham, it's only a short walk between the press box and here, but I got approached by 2 Chelsea fans separately on my way to here. Negative feedback. One said you had to go. The other said you're the worst manager in this club's history. How would you respond to that kind of criticism, and what would you say to fans like that?
Well, after a 1-0 defeat at home, any criticism you get is understandable. I think we've had a tough period, and I think we've had lots of challenges in terms of integrating young players into the Premier League. Whilst results don't go your way, then it can be tough. That's how it is, and I'm sure there'll be people out there that will think I'm the problem. Absolutely, and I understand. I don't think they're right, but I'm not arrogant enough to say that that their opinion isn't worth articulating. My job is to help the team keep working through a tough period. We've had to make some changes today, so in the truth is we took a step back in our performance in the first half. The response in the second half was good, but it wasn't good enough.
Jacob Steinberg.
Obviously, you made chances in the second half. It could have gone differently, but when it's a second half like that, there might be people wondering why you don't have a striker like Aubameyang on the bench, just for those moments. I mean, you've said that he's shown great attitude, trained well since being left out of the Champions League squad. So, what is it that he's not doing to get involved on a day like this when you make so many changes? What's he have to do?
Well, I would say keep doing what he's been doing. We made a decision to give David the opportunity, and you've still got Kai and Raheem coming on. I thought they impacted the game well, but obviously when you don't score, we've created some chances recently, but when you don't score, I understand the question.
Okay, we'll do one more, and then we're going to do a Sundays, Andy Dillon, and then we'll finish then.
Graham, inevitably with Chelsea, it's always everything's highlighted, so you lose with a performance like this, and there's a lot of conspiracy theories. It's taken a long time for you to come in today. Has there been a big kind of inquest in the dressing room? I don't know if it's logistical, do you still think you're the man for the job? Have you spoken to the owners, or do you expect some sort of feedback from them over the way things are going?
There's absolutely no conspiracy, Andy. Sorry, I can't give you that. It's just there's a lot of media, and I think my colleague has done the media before me, so it's as simple as that. I always come in and speak to you guys. I understand the questions, and I'm not going to, when we've lost 1-0 at home to Southampton, with the greatest respect to them, it isn't good enough because of the results we've had recently. Absolutely. Like I said, first half is as much my responsibility as anybody's, so the performance wasn't good. I thought the second half performance was better, and I thought we deserved to score. I think if you score, then the game changes around, but at the same time, 1-0 isn't good, and we're disappointed with that.
Okay, we're going to leave